Hello everyone and welcome to my Sister Wives Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Janelle Brown, star of Sister Wives, has always supported polygamy and never had a problem with it. She and Kody were married for 29 years and had 6 children together. Janelle was Kody's favorite wife before Robin showed up, and everything went well. But Robin's arrival turned everything on its head. Prior to marrying Robin, Kody had 3 wives, all of whom felt neglected and marginalized when she joined the family. During the pandemic, things got worse, and the tension eventually led to the breakup. The wives said that they had to leave Kody Brown because of the emotional strain and years of neglect. When Janelle's son tragically passed away in 2024, she experienced yet another devastating blow. However, over the years, Janelle reclaimed her independence and now pursues her dreams. She has a bachelor's degree in accounting, a successful business career, and a long history of being the Brown family's primary breadwinner. Janelle has reverted back to her former self, focusing on creating her own life, with her naturally laid-back and independent personality. Janelle moved to North Carolina and focused on her career after she split from Kody. The diva admitted that, at first, she was not looking for love, but that she is now open to romantic possibilities. She required some time to heal, and now she feels ready. Also recently, Janelle said that she is very much a sexual being and is not asexual. Janelle said that she would be willing to look into it if the right person came into her life. She is not, however, actively seeking love. When Janelle Brown finally made the decision to leave Kody Brown, the polygamist patriarch of the Brown family, fans of Sister Wives were shocked. Janelle was regarded as the logical one for a number of years. She was composed, practical, and unmoved, and she frequently showed the most tolerance for Kody's unpredictable behavior. While the show painted a narrative focused on a slow drift, ideological differences, and living arrangement disagreements, the real reason why Janelle left Kody might be far more complex, raw, and rooted in long-standing neglect, disillusionment, and a final breaking point that cameras didn't fully capture. We were shown a carefully crafted version that featured clips of passive-aggressive tension, minor disagreements over COVID regulations, and family unity talk. But behind the scenes, Janelle was watching her identity as a wife, mother, and independent woman be slowly erased in a toxic dynamic that never really included her to begin with. Janelle Brown had a marriage that lacked emotional intimacy for more than 2 decades. Janelle and Kody, in contrast to Christine and Mary, never depicted a passionate love story. In point of fact, Janelle herself once admitted that when Kody joined the family, she wasn't romantically in love with him. Rather, she was drawn to the lifestyle, structure, and sense of shared responsibility that plural marriage promised. However, promises do not always materialize. It became increasingly evident over the course of time that Kody had a preference for particular wives over others, particularly Robin. When Robin joined the family in 2010, the dynamics of the family changed dramatically. Everything that Janelle's marriage to Kody lacked was emotional dependence, daily communication, and traditional roles for husband and wife. Kody became more attached to Robin, and Janelle, who was proud of her independence, became more isolated. She initially accepted the changes. After all, plural marriage was intended to have both good and bad times. However, the more fundamental truth was that Kody stopped supporting her physically, emotionally, and even as a co-parent. Janelle quietly endured the pain of watching Christine suffer as a result of neglect, believing she might outlast the storm. However, the storm never subsided. Instead, it became commonplace. What had been simmering for a long time was made worse by the pandemic. Kody put into place strict, confusing, and frankly uneven COVID protocols that put Robin's family and his comfort first. Janelle was treated like an outsider because her adult children were still coming and going. Kody did not stop by. He did not phone. When he did show up, usually to lecture or give orders, he demanded obedience from his wives and children rather than love, understanding, or connection, which was one of the most telling moments. Janelle's internal alarm bells really started to ring at that point. The extent to which Janelle was harmed as a mother by Kody's actions was never fully explored in the show. Kody's coldness and inability to bridge the gap had deeply hurt her sons, particularly Gabriel and Garrison. Even Kody referred to them as disloyal. However, for Janelle, family is about showing up, not blind loyalty. She saw Kody emotionally abandon the rest of his children as he retreated into Robin's orbit. She pleaded with him to make amends with their boys. He did not. He instead attempted to persuade her to choose him over her sons. That was the tipping point. While their disagreements regarding Christmas invitations, RV living, and Coyote Pass plans were the focus of the show, emotional neglect was always the primary issue. Janelle wasn't just abandoning Kody due to a bad vacation plan. She was leaving because she realized that she and Kody were never really married. He did not approach her as a partner. He didn't talk to her. He didn't fight for their relationship. She had worked, managed the family's finances, raised the children, and kept the family afloat for years. But when she needed him emotionally and spiritually, he wasn't there. The public was misled into thinking that they were drifting apart together. However, family members and even Janelle's own veiled admissions in recent interviews point to a much deeper divide. Janelle had developed. She had changed. She had realized what she was worth. Also, Kody? He continued to engage in a cycle of denial, favoritism, and control. He discounted Janelle's independence. He made fun of her kids. In the end, he made it abundantly clear that only his family would be respected. Janelle could see through it. She observed him making everyone else jump through hoops in order to earn crumbs of affection for Robin while bending over backwards for her. In fact, respect was the real reason Janelle left. Or the absence thereof. Kody did not value her time, her principles, or the sacrifices she made. While he pursued power and emotional security in the household of one of his wives, he did not realize how much she held everything together. The emotional strain became excessive. His silence was too loud. The favoritism is too harmful. Additionally, Janelle prioritized herself and her children for the first time in decades. She didn't leave in a big way like Christine did. Unlike Mary, she did not unleash years of resentment. Janelle left quietly and dignified. However, her departure said a lot. It revealed the fundamental flaw in Kody's idealistic perspective on plural marriage, which was that it can only work if each woman ignores her own needs. For many years, Janelle had done that. However, she was done. She chose to heal. She picked peace. And perhaps most importantly, she made the decision to lead a life in which she did not have to beg for respect. Janelle is doing well right now. She has a strong bond with her children. Outside of the Brown family narrative, she has found meaning. She is traveling, running her wellness brand, and embracing her independence as she explores life on her own terms. In the meantime, Kody is dealing with the disintegration of the plural family that he believed to be under his control. Not only did his version of patriarchy fail, but it also backfired. Janelle's quiet strength became one of Sister Wives' most significant chapters as a result of that fallout. The show might never fully acknowledge it. It's possible that the narrative will always try to frame it as a gentle parting. However, Janelle and the viewers are aware of the truth. She did not leave because of a single disagreement, holiday plan, or argument. She left because she was getting sick of not being noticed, fed up with being undervalued, tired of having to give up who she was for a man who only showed up when it worked for him. She also left behind a belief system that no longer served her spirit when she left, in addition to a broken marriage. And that is the whole truth. That's not what they showed you.